Hey everyone, starting the live show early as a result of a few technical difficulties, so we'll start going for real at about 2 o'clock, but here we are. We're getting going. How's everyone? Hope you're all well. Let me just take this out of the way, and let me just have a look at what we've got here, and we shall get going in a short moment. Won't be long. Let's just go over to the charts. Put that back on the H4. Let's put that back where it belongs, eh? Good to have you all on board again. Let's chat. Let's see what we've got. So I started a bit early today just to make sure that all the technical difficulties were ironed out, because we're having some technical difficulties here today, which doesn't help matters, does it? Nothing I say here constitutes financial advice. Don't forget that. Trading is risky, and if you don't like trading, you probably shouldn't be trading. That's obviously an important thing. Last week's winner, Jason Dela Cruz. Well done. Good stuff, lad. Good stuff. I hope he turns up. And yeah, how the trade's been going. We'll have a look. Hey, Elaine. Good show. How's it? Good to see you. See you back at 3. We'll probably do the draw after 3 anyway, so all calm, all relaxed. We'll get to that, and I'll show you guys which video we're doing this week in, say, a few minutes, and then we'll take it from there. I believe you have left a comment on there, Elaine, so you'll be okay. Right. Let's get on with it. Trading is 50-50, no matter what you do. So we had a long trade on Brent, and it was going really well, and it was going up into this area. I was worried about this area of supply. I had my target a bit higher, and I left the trade, and I put the stop loss, I moved the stop loss up into take profit up here. It came back through the trend support and took us out. We only made about $70 on the trade, unfortunately, but we didn't lose. We made a profit, and it cost us nothing. So there you go. We would have probably made like $400 if it had gone to target. But anyway, sometimes you have to just sit back and wait and see what happens. So I'll wait for a new trade on it, because I am kind of married to Brent. I like Brent. It's driving me insane. US 500, what's it doing? Sitting around, actually, sitting around above this trend support, probably waiting for all the negotiations and the news. Fundamentals are playing quite a big part at the moment. G10. Yeah, there's a lot of stories going on at the moment, and now the Americans, or Trump, is busy negotiating with the Saudis, and there's trade deals going on, India, and all these things, and tariffs are off in certain places. So the news is affecting us quite heavily, but I did take a short on the Swiss franc Japanese yen, which has done quite well so far. I did move the trailing stop loss into a position. How did it get down here again? This is really annoying, because I had it back here. It's almost like somebody's moving it for me. I had it further back, and now it's moved down somehow. I had it back here in a safe area, and so that it wouldn't just get taken out, and now it goes right up to it. You see, it gets taken out like that. It's almost like it got moved automatically without my knowledge. I don't like that. Don't like that. That's not supposed to happen. But anyway, there you go. I had the trailing stop a little bit further back, so that this has got some room to come down still. So hopefully someone isn't trying to manipulate that. That would be really annoying. How's it, David? Let's go and have a look at the news. Let's go and see what we got today. I've just got to find my way in there, and then we can go and check it out. Oops, no, I don't want that. I want that. Okay, there we go. That'll do fine. Did I actually make that happen or not? Sometimes I wonder. Oh yes, I must take my little ugly mug out the way, eh? Make it a bit smaller. I've been struggling with technical difficulties this morning, so you have to excuse me a little bit in the beginning, but we'll get there. Don't worry, we'll get there. Let's go and have a look at the news and go and see what we've got here today. According to the news, what a CO return means for United Health. Trump, India has offered a trade deal with 0 tariffs. Yeah, talk on NVIDIA, that's a good one. You know, how many times I told you this year that I wasn't worried about my NVIDIA investments? And look at that, all the way back. Wow. You know, just about every single investment that I've got, well, just actually every single one is in profit. That's great. That said, most of them were taken quite a long time ago, so that's pretty obvious. But still, it's great to know that they're going back up again anyway, and so they're in profit even from January, if you think about it. So today we're gonna pick our Fungible FX winner from the Fungible FX account, the 2-step challenge account, and we'll use this random comment picker. And I'm going to take it from this video. The universe is pushing me to reveal a major shift in trading is the title. Take that video. That's the one we're going to take the comments from today. And we're going to have a random comment picker. We'll do it in a while. Give it a bit of time and we'll get to it. And we'll have a look at that. Oil sinks as Trump says US is close to Iran nuclear deal. You see, that's what took my stop loss out, obviously. And we were going so long on oil. I was, you know, and it keeps moving things around, man. It's really annoying. Oil was going so well, and then poof, he does something like that again. So it's becoming quite irritating, but yeah, what can you do? Okay. Hope you can't hear the fans coming on the PC in the background. Like I say, it's been a bit of a morning of technical difficulty. So yeah, we deal with it, man. We deal with it. Let me just move the... Let's back to the charts. We can have a look on the charts. Okay. Tricky day, eh? Tricky day. How many people are here? Okay, so we got some people arrived. 1 or 2. And I hope some of you are going to be joining us for the draw today. And for those of you that are, all you have to have done is actually just left a comment on the video. So I just showed you which one that is. Just go back 2 minutes and have a look. We had our first winner. That was great last week. That was absolutely amazing. Jason De La Cruz had his 2-step skill 10K account. Fantastic stuff. Good that he got it. So that's from Fungible FX, who kindly donated the account for us. And they'll be donating an account again. And if you want to get one of their instant accounts or any of their accounts, I've left a link in the description below for that as well. In the meantime, so the CHF JPY trade seems to be going according to plan. Why did we take this trade? Well, for me, the main reason I took this trade is because not only did it hit the triple top, double top, there was a pincer top here, and it also hit this major resistance, which is not even a block, it's a line, and it dropped from that resistance and it broke through the trend support, which has got 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's got more than 3 touches, it's a trend. Broke through that and headed to the downside. That for me was, there's a closed red candle. You can see where the entry is. That for me was an entry signal. I took the entry and off she went. Now I've moved the trailing stop down into $150 profit. I'm hoping it won't take it out. And as I saw just now when I came out, it had been moved right down close to it. So that's a bit odd. But anyway, that can happen, I suppose. Maybe it moved down with the trailing. I'm expecting that will carry on down. There is a line probably pushing it down here. And that's why I put the trailing stop just behind it, because I'm expecting it'll stay above that trend resistance. So that one looks reasonable. Now, at the moment, It's $200 in profit. Earlier on, it was a little bit better, but because my target's down here, so I'm hoping for this to go down. There's always the possibility that it goes back and takes that trailing stop out. Gold is on the way down, guys. It's bearish now. It's finding its way down to the bottom again. And I wouldn't be surprised if this guy goes all the way down to the 2000s again, back into the 2000s, because there's quite a long space. There's a lot of space down here where it can move down to. Look, there was a demand of money level there, and there's another one right at the bottom here. So if it breaks through this one, then you're heading for the bottom one, which is at 2,960. So gold is looking rather bearish at the moment, unless, of course, it finds a way to break back through that level, probably because people are more excited about the US. The US dollar, Canadian dollar kind of broke through this trend support here. Started heading down, but it bounced off that major level of support and started heading back up again. So I thought what it might do is come up and retest and then break down. We were long. We had a long trade. It went up. It did okay. Came back, took out the trailing stop again. We did make a profit, not much. And then it broke through this level. That's why we had the trailing stop in. Broke through that level, headed down. Now it's bounced back up. Like I say, I was wondering if it would sort of hit that level, bounce, and then come back down again, but it hasn't done that. It seems to be holding up. So let's see what happens with that as well. I think there's a lot of indecision at the moment because of all the deals that are going on and all the stories that are going on. The DAX was worrying me because the DAX went all the way up here. It looked like a great long trade, and then it sort of just fell over into a pennant. Now, a pennant, as you guys know, will normally resolve, or a flag pattern will resolve to the side that it's traveling in. So this is bullish, and it will normally resolve to the upside. But if I look at this, you've also got this, what was a resistance that it broke through, and it's now a support. So it's coming back to retest that. It's bouncing off it, but it has already retested it once, and now it's just bouncing along here, almost like bouncing along the road, waiting for it to go up. So that there is a good chance that it could spin and just go all the way up here, which would be interesting for the DAX. US dollar, Japanese yen. I was looking at a short on this earlier, and I'm still feeling that there might be a short on this. If it can just break through this level, and here's a gap that it needs to fill up as well. It broke through this trend support, and it just needs to break through this demand of money and just fall down, and then it will go, because the levels are much further down. I think the US dollar, Japanese yen has got room to fall. Let's see how that goes. But it's got a lot to do with the US dollar itself, and it's the same as this, you know, the CHF JPY. This is at least trading against the Swiss franc, but you know, this one is trading against the dollar, and it's got a lot to do with what's happening with the dollar at the end of the day. Hey, Kevin, good to see you again, man. Good to see you on board. And let's see if we get all the viewers in, and we can have a look at what we're going to do for the setup today, and how it's going to go. Interestingly enough, I was looking at Bitcoin earlier, still above the 100,000. It's Bitcoin is not pumping, dumping as far as I can see. New Zealand dollar, US dollar is losing a bit of ground. You got cap locks. I've had a few technical difficulties today, and I don't know, you know, whenever Microsoft does this damn update, not every time, but just the odd time here and there, then I pick up a hassle with things. And I know that their policy is that all the other companies need to update their apps to fit into place with them, but man, it can still be pretty annoying at the end of the day. And well, I went and got myself a mouse because the other one was packing up the other day. I don't know if you remember. So now I got a decent, that's sorted out again. And yeah, we're back on track. The markets are still very unsure in the environment. You know, it's like this Brent crude oil trade. I was so confident that this trade was just going to fly through this level and go up. But like I said, you can read it on the charts. You can see what's happening and where the money is going. But I was confident it would break through that. And then Trump decided to say something again, and Deals with Saudi Arabia and all the rest of it, and there you go. Back down. But at least we didn't lose anything. How's it, Daniel? Good to have you on board. So I hope you guys have all included yourselves in the little draw, which we're going to have today. Everyone's eligible. You know, we do it every Thursday for you guys, so you guys can get something as well. So the bigger account is actually doing quite well. That one's doing great. I don't know why this account is struggling. It shouldn't be. There is a profit there. The history is not bad on it. And this US dollar, Japanese yen, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with the news today. See what's going down on the news, eh? Very interesting scenarios. Yeah, look, Kevin, I saw a lot of traders this week saying they had such a terrible week. Whereas, personally, I've had a pretty decent week. It's been okay. It's been a reasonable week for the trading. So, I guess it just depends. Yeah. Look, it seemed to be calming down. This looked great, and then there it goes, you know. So, I don't mind the volatility. Volatility is good. What I don't like is day in, day out. You know, it's one day we call it this way, and one day it's almost like the market's being manipulated in different ways, and that's not good. Which means I've got to start day trading. I've got to start trading on 5-minute charts to stay in the game. Whereas, you know, if there's policies in place, those policies should be in place. End of story. And then markets should be traded against what markets are. None of this like, today we're going to do this and then tomorrow we change our mind. That is annoying because you're expecting that policy to hold. Fundamentally, it looks good. Technically, the trade looks great. You take the trade, the next day they change their mind on the policy. That's insane. You know, that's really difficult to follow. That's difficult to follow. So I see a lot of traders are having a hard time following it. I'm just adjusting to it and getting around it, working my way around it and just trading what I see. How's the train? But yeah, it's kind of interesting the way it's been going. In all things said, it's actually beyond interesting. Now, I'm just hoping the Swiss franc doesn't decide that it wants to go all the way back up now. After we've, because if it takes the trailing stop out there, I only get like $158, and actually want the big one down here, which is 556. So I need you to go down, man. That'll be nice. Yeah. Blood in the water for the fast traders. I don't know. You know, the fast traders, they might be doing okay out of it because they're in and out. AI has no effect on trading. I've been trading lately on the 1-minute time frame. Shane, if you can, that's great. No, AI does not affect trading whatsoever because AI is programmed by human beings. So when it comes to trading, you know, you these bots and that you get and put into place and what have you and trade with, it's programmed by human beings. Trading system, let's say, and it's programmed to take those high probability trades. Where AI helps people is it takes out the emotion and it just trades. But the problem with AI is, for example, in a year like we're in now, where we've got a government in USA that is changing their mind on a daily basis, that will hurt AI. Because AI can't read that. They can't see someone standing up and saying, I've changed my mind. The AI can't see that. Whereas you can. You're a human being. You can see it. So the AI is just going to trade on those little charts, and that's all it's going to do. It can only trade on charts, technical analysis, 100%. So AI cannot really affect trading in any way whatsoever. If AI was so good and so strong, then, and everyone was trading AI, then the market would be inefficient because AI would make it go to 0, because AI would have the same result every single time, because it's AI. The minute AI starts being able to trade against each other, then AI is becoming human, which is pretty dangerous, isn't it? So, no, AI is not affecting the markets at all. All AI is, what we have to understand, we have to get our logic around the fact that artificial intelligence is not there to do the job for you as much as it's there to make it easier for you. So, for example, you want to take trades, but you don't want to watch your charts all day. So you put an artificial intelligence program in place to watch the charts for you on your behalf with your rules. It's not making decisions for you. It's making your decisions on your behalf and making your trading a little bit easier. That's just one example. The other example is if you want to make an artificial intelligence video, you still have to tell it what you want and how you want it, but it's going to make it a lot quicker than you can do it yourself, and it's going to do it a lot easier for you. So, you know, if you think back, and an older guy like me picks up on this, when we didn't have computers, we used to dream about having something that nice. Because when we had to type a letter, we used a typewriter, and we used to need a typist to do that for us. If we opened a factory, we needed thousands and thousands of people to work there. Now, things get better, things improve, and it makes it easier for us human beings. So we need less people in the factory because we've got robots in the factory now. And we don't have to use typewriters to do the writing for us, but we still have to write the script. And then it gets better and better and better through time, to the point where you can literally go to ChatGPT and say, write me a letter, and it will do it for you. But you're still going to have to go back and make sure that it's not swearing at the person you're writing it to and check up on it. But it is going to make it an insane amount easier for you. And that's what artificial intelligence actually does. Now, I'm no expert on artificial intelligence. Why am I even spouting my rubbish here? But all I'm saying to you is that artificial intelligence as a whole cannot affect the trading platforms. It has helped the trading platforms become what it is. It does help with improving the trading platforms. And of course, trading has become so good online that you can take instant trades. There's no delay. There's no seconds to wait, or the pros have got getting it quicker than you or anything like that. When you trade, it trades pretty much instantly as well. But artificial intelligence has got a lot to do with that, and helping and improving things as we go. For example, the Google car that's driving around, it's artificial intelligence. What has it actually done? It's been programmed by human beings. We've had to put the satellite in place to make it work, and we put everything in place to make that car run. And without humans, it can't work, right? Let's be perfectly fair about that. But it does make your life a little bit easier again. So instead of you having to drive the car, you can simply jump in the back, and it'll take you down the road to where you want to go in a taxi format. If you're happy getting in the back of the car with no driver in the front, then there you go. That's what artificial intelligence is. We get the wrong impression of artificial intelligence because we watched Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator, and we get the impression that somehow artificial intelligence is so intelligent that it's doing the trades and it's doing it for you, but it hasn't reached that level yet. And when it does, then obviously we're going to go to that movie. But as we stand at the moment, we're not there, not even close. So every little bot that you see, every little bit of artificial intelligence, everything you see online is still very, very much or controlled by a human being. You know, for example, even making a video, I did an experiment the other day, and I would never put one on this channel, but I did an experiment I've got a couple of experimental channels that I play with to see what will happen if I do something. And I put an AI, I made an AI video. I actually made one, But you know, the problem is you can't get the perfect voice. You can't get the perfect video. You can't get it doesn't do it right. It's still artificial. And the minute you press play, you can tell that it's artificial. So even as much as you've tried to make it as human as possible, it's very difficult to do that. You know, perhaps there are people out there with insane amounts of technology that can already do that, but I don't know. Okay, so I have to go back on all these comments between Daniel and Shane and just see what you guys are saying, because I've been talking a lot of rubbish for the last 15 minutes. 1 minute time frame, how's that worked out for you? Not yet profitable. I have my system strategy, works anytime. Lost 5% the other day through fat finger mistake, but made it up today in trading gold. It was your market profit from AI mechanical trading. That is all at level B, flawed from the start. Hey, as humans, we all know that we had sometimes to do stupid stuff, some with AI. Okay, so yeah. Look, as long as you guys understand that with AI, at the end of the day, there's a human being behind every AI. And all it is to make it a little bit easier for you. So all you're effectively doing is, for example, if I create a system that trades automatically on my policies, then all you'll be doing is, if you have that bot and you use it, you'll be trading my system 100%, and that's all it does, and it makes it easier for you. Makes human beings lazy, obviously, as well, and takes away from what we do. But yeah, no, that's how it goes, guys. That's how it goes. So yeah, as I showed everybody earlier, which video we're going to be working on today, just to give you some advantage. So I'm just going to show you guys quickly so that you all know what we're doing today. And this is the last time I'm going to show it before the draw. Look at all the news. It's insane. I'm so glad NVIDIA has jumped up again. That actually makes me feel good when I see NVIDIA jump up like that. We're going to use this video today, guys. The universe is pushing me to reveal a major shift in trading. Going to use this video today for the draw, for the comments, and we're going to do the random comment picker, and we'll pick a comment off of that video. The universe is pushing me to reveal a major shift in trading, and the winner will get from Fundual FX. These guys are in the description, by the way, as well. From Fundual FX, you'll get a 2K, two-step 10K challenge account. That's basically the draw, the giveaway. That's free. It's something for you guys. And yeah, look, at the end of the day, guys, you trade it, and if you lose it, so be it. You could either get another one, or you can just, you know, whatever. But it's good practice for everyone. You know, the fun thing about funded trading is, so many guys asked me, hey, Rob, can I make a profit trading? Will I be able to make a profit trading? Can I make money trading? And of course you can. But can you do it when you don't have any capital? Probably not. It's going to be difficult. It's better to have capital. It's like any business. I mean, if you go and start a business without capital, you're gonna struggle. People don't just give you money unless, of course, you're a trust fund baby and you've got a dad that just feeds you money. That's great. If that's the case, adopt me. But yeah, no, it's very much a scenario of you need capital to make that money in the markets. And I was never, ever, ever, ever a fan of funded markets or prop firms. I just thought they were all a scam. But then I found out that, you know, they can be quite handy for a lot of people, because that was before I started the YouTube channel, and I understood that there's a lot of people out there that need money, because before you understand that, you think that everybody's just got the money to trade and you forget about it. But once you sort of get into a community like this and you start like a YouTube channel, and you meet a lot of people and you read the comments, then you realize that there's a large contingent of people that don't have large sums of money lying around in the bank account that can just put it into trading or whatever the case. And The last thing you want to do is take a credit card and use that, because that was one of our rules from day one. Don't use debt to trade. There's a good chance that you're going to get yourself into more trouble. Use your own money. But now you don't even have to do that. Now you can, and these guys actually offer quite an opportunity where you can get yourself an account for a really low price. And I realized that, you know, I know they're not offering 100% of the profit splits, but most of them are offering around 80% or more. And at the end of the day, it gives you an opportunity as a beginner to get used to trading with, it's kind of like trading with your own money rather than demo accounts, because demo accounts don't help you. They don't. Because a demo account, there's just no responsibility with it. It's like playing Monopoly. Whereas if you've got an incentive, like a funded account, to get that to work, and then they can start giving you some profit splits, then it's really at the end of the day your money that you're losing, and there's a little bit more responsibility in it, and it gives you a chance to learn the system and to try and make it work so you don't lose that $100 that you paid for it, or whatever the case. And it helps you with your trading. And then once you've qualified your trading and you've made some money with it, some good profit splits, then you can take that money and put it into a cash trading account, or whatever the case, or investments, whatever. I mean, even if you've got quite a lot of money, it's not a bad idea to start here if you're starting out. If you're not a seasoned trader who's been trading for 10 years, it's not the worst idea to take your $100,000 and put it into shares and investments and leave it there, and then take and buy a couple of funded accounts and play around with it and learn how to trade, get used to it, take some profit splits if you're good at it. And once you know you're taking regular profit splits on a regular basis, then you can say, well, I'm ready now, and I can take my cash money and I can start trading it. It's not the worst thing on earth. So many people talk bad about it, and I get it. I mean, don't leave all your money in a brokerage account. Don't leave all your money in a funded trader account. You wake up in the morning and it's gone. Because, you know, people are people. Humans are humans, and they're not banks. They are regulated, but they're not regulated well enough. Sorry, my phone's ringing. I'm just going to press stop there. I should have put it on sort of, it is on silent, but I should have put it on do not disturb. But yeah, no. We trade what we see. The war negotiations going on today and tomorrow. Kevin says the war negotiations are on the go. So, you know, that's another thing. News coming out in the next 5 minutes. Some major stuff in the news. Should we pick a US dollar pair and hedge it? That's be profitable trading then. You know, the hedging game, I've tried the hedging game before, Shane, where you take one long, one short and hedge it. And it's actually really, really, really difficult to catch it right. Because you think you've caught it right and you go in that direction, and then it immediately turns and goes the other way, because when news is coming out, people flip-flop on the news and what they're hearing. And it becomes quite difficult to hedge them. So, you know, you'd have to wait a really long time for the hedge to work out. And then by the time that hedge is worked out, you've got a really big loss on one and a really big win on the other one. So then you close the loss, and then it turns, the win turns around as well, and you end up with a double loss. So hedging is quite a difficult thing to do. It's not an easy thing to do, to be honest, to be fair. It's difficult. I've tried all these things out. I've tried all these setups out, and yeah, they're not easy, guys. They're not easy. I wonder if is Jason here today? The last week's winner, Jason De La Cruz. I want to see if he's here today. I'm not sure. He might win again. And if that's the case, that's quite lucky, gotta say. I got it on the news. Should be on here. Let me just put it on there. I had it on the wrong thing there. So you guys were watching the wrong stuff. Can you imagine? Luckily I came back to have a look, eh? Okay, all right. CHF JPY, do me a favor and go the right way. Yeah, you see, people's channel names kind of different from their real names. In many cases, for example, Sir Lunchalot is a really good example of that. Yeah, no, totally. I was looking at the US dollar JPY as a short there, Eugene. I was actually calling that as a short today, and we are short on the CHF JPY, but it seems to be trying to hold on to this money here. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. NAS 100 is going mad. Is it? Let's go and have a look, shall we? Which one don't I want here? US dollar CAD is driving me nuts. Let's go and have a look at the US 100. On what time frame is it going mad? Because it's just, I guess it's the retail sales and all that at the moment. Okay. Pretty much the same as the S&P 500. There's your US 500. There's your NAS. I haven't put the Dow on here as well. Probably also move around quite a bit. Gold will probably go down if this goes up. Nvidia is going up, and that's probably what's causing the Tech 100 to move as well. There's a lot of stories around the AI and the tech and that sort of thing. I'm just really sort of justified in telling everybody just hold on to your trades and to your stocks, your Nvidia and that sort of thing, because it always comes around and goes well. Now look on the 5 minutes. You see, Daniel, if you start looking on 5 minute charts, it will drive you insane. Now, let's put the US 500 up here, and let's put it on a 5 minute chart. And then those are the kind of candles you're going to get, and it's not unusual. I mean, these candles on a 5 minute chart, look there, they're all over the place. It's 5 minutes. It's not really a big deal. Look on the 5 minute chart, you're probably going to get a level here where it's going to come back and come down. So if you're a short-term trader, you take a short on this now, it'll come back, and then it'll take a long here and go long again. That's probably what a lot of people will do. But I don't know if I would want to take a chance on it. With that long candle, that's quite a strong candle there. But that's 5 minute trading for you. For those guys who want to trade 5 minute charts, that's what it looks like. Now, what do? Do you take that money, that supply of money, and go down with a red candle, or do you wait? And it could go all the way up to here. And then also your stop losses are only on a few points. They're not on a big point, a big level, eh? But yeah, there's a level here, a level of money lying right here, waiting to be taken. Then, of course, it has broken to the upside. So it's broken structure and it's moving bullish. So it's a bullish trade. There she goes, and it's actually breaking out of its own structure to the upside. This looks pretty strong on the upside. So that means all the markets, the S&P 500 will go up as well, because the NAS is going up. You see there on the 5 minute how it's dropping. Have I still got that on the 5 minute? Let's put it back on the H4. Make it look a bit more reasonable. See how reasonable it looks on the H4. Certainly different. And Shane's trading on the 1 minute. The one minute probably looks even worse. Let's have a look at the 1 minute. Look at that for your 1 minute chart. Whoa. Ooh. Shane, if you're trading on the 1 minute chart, this is what I call a lamp pole formation. And the reason I call them lamp pole formations is because lamp poles fall over. What lamp poles do. Always be very careful on a lamp pole formation, because a lamp pole formation is going to crash down usually. So that's a fat lamp pole formation. There's the red candles already developing on the 1 minute chart, starting to come down. It'll probably come all the way back. That's why I don't trade on these. There's the 5 minute. And it's taking that money that I said to you it will take. There's the supply of money. It's going to take that supply of money and it's going to come down. So if you're trading short term, grab it. Go for it, guys. US 100. There you have it. It's going down. Okay. But I don't trade on the short term charts. I trade on the long term charts. I trade on the 4 hour. And if you want to trade on those short term charts, be my guest. Just remember, most people do lose money and there is a reason for it. Is it? Oh no. Did my stop loss get taken out on the CHF JPY now? Are you kidding me? I just got a notification. Are you kidding me? How did that happen again? At what price? No, man, that... No. How does that even happen? That doesn't make any sense. Eh? I'd like to see how that... That didn't reach there. There's no way that got there. No, man, these guys are having me on. Look at this. 174.28 is the high. And they're saying it got taken out at 175 here or something. There's no way. No, that's a bit strange, eh? That's a bit strange. Uh-huh. Suspect. That's very suspect. Okay. All right, that's funded trader markets. Sometimes I wonder, guys. Sometimes I wonder. That didn't reach there. 175.21. Really? It didn't even get close to that. No. Zoom in. Okay. Let's zoom in and have a look then. Where has that reached there? There's no way. No way on earth that reached anywhere close to that. I mean, okay, the buy is at 174, probably 174.40 something. That's the highest it's reached, is 174.30. There's just no way. And according to this on history, closing price 174.46. Okay, 174.46 is up here, and there's a gap here. There's no way it reached that. Huh. Oh my goodness. 5 minute. Look at the gap. How's that even possible? You tell me. There's a massive gap between the price and there. Okay. These guys are playing games here. I'm telling you. That stinks, man. That makes no sense whatsoever. You've just traded me out of a trade, and it's not even close to where it is supposed to be. Oh no. That is completely ridiculous. Not on here, no, not on this one. I think I can put the dealing map on here. Transactions, price alerts, history, journal, order filled. See, position, I set the stop loss at 174.457 and it closed at 174.466. And according to this, it hasn't even reached that. Which for me is not cool, man. It's not cool at all. But okay, I live with it. It's one of those things, man. One of those things. You know, it annoys me. And since I came in today onto this, you know, earlier on when we started the show, I was looking at this and thinking, my stop loss got moved. Like, I didn't move it. It got moved, and I moved it back. So that is kind of, no, it's almost fishy. Almost fishy. Anyway. You want to right click on the chart and look for deal map. Best deal, sell limit, buy limit, set price alert, symbol, template, chart type, period, viewing options, indicators, chart, refresh, place new order, set limit. Well, that's interesting that it did that. I mean, wow, that is kind of weird. Well, not to worry. Such is life. How many did we have on there? How many history? How many did we have on there? Sell 0.3 lots. Sell 0.3 lots. Okay. Now it wants me to sell them at a much lower level, of course, because you see, now you lose out on that whole thing as well. The government at work for you, yeah. Yeah, I'm not happy about that, because now, even if I go back in now, we lose that 26 points there. I mean, what the hell? That's like huge. Huge. You know what? I'm just going to leave it. And I was going to get back in, but you know, I'm just going to leave it. There's news on the go at the moment. How's my other account going? You guys won't see this. I'm just going to go and check. That one is still open. So yeah, I don't know. That one's still fine. And it's the stop loss is at exactly the same spot. So how's that possible? My stop loss on the other one is actually less. It's at 174.39. So I'll show you this, but I'm going to change the whole thing over. But that's the $100,000 account. My stop loss there is at 174.39, and that trade's still in. So this is, yeah, I'm not going to say the word. Yeah. Email the broker. Yeah, I could do that. You know, that's just not on there. That's just not on. I don't know what they're doing there. I don't know what they're trying to play with there. But at least the real one is still in. And you know, the real one, the stop loss is even lower. I mean, well, this is real. I mean, this is your funded account, right? So this is a funded account. Come on. And on the other account, on the 100K account, the stop loss is down here. It's below this, and it hasn't been taken out. So that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Yeah. Okay. sometimes, yeah, I wonder. I just wonder. Yeah, I do actually have video evidence too. It actually happened in front of our eyes, kind of like. That's why I said, "What the hell? Did they just take our trade out now? What happened?" You know, I think this has been happening more often than not. I got a funny feeling. I don't know. But guys, this is not Fundraiser FX. This is Funded Trader Markets, the one we've had all along. So I think Fundraiser FX is a completely different scenario. I don't know. That's a bit. That shouldn't be happening. Definitely not. Okay. Weird. Maybe it's the gods. You know, maybe this thing's going to go flying to the upside. And yeah. But no, I'm definitely not happy with that. Because we had over $200 in profit lying there. And now we get 150. Not only that, it was going in the right direction. So it is hard to believe, Kevin, that it's still sunny in Scotland. How does that even happen? I mean, it's still sunny in Scotland. No way, man. No way. That's crazy, eh? Absolutely crazy. Yeah, totally. You can hardly believe it sometimes. Yeah. Goodness me. Yeah, sun in Scotland. Sometimes I wonder, how does that even happen? Goodness me. Yeah. US 500. What's that doing? Germany 30. I wonder if it's going to bounce up off of here or if it's going to stay on that level. Be quite interesting to see. See, now this Swiss franc Japanese yen is absolutely going to drive me insane, and it's going to kind of, yeah, make me crazy because I know it's going to go and make the profit that I wanted to in the first place. Oh, no. Absolutely crazy. 5-minute chart. Look at that. It's going down. Ah, goodness me. Can you believe it? Now it's going to go down. And it's exactly what I expected it to do, to go down. Didn't I? I knew it was going to happen. I can hardly believe it. That's crazy. Guys, excuse me for 2 seconds. Quickly going to run downstairs, and I'll be back in a sec. Sorry about that, guys. Parcel for me there. Hopefully it's full of money. Ooh, look what happened while I was away. See, I hit a luck. Oh, there you go. Okay, I guess this is the news, eh? That's doing this. And yeah, wow, look at that. Oh well, I guess my other stop loss would have got taken out now as well. But okay, that's interesting. The market is excited. All right, so we got no real trades in. And like I said, maybe the gods are playing on my side. All right, that's fine. Maybe this will actually work out in my favor. And we'll get something else to trade. That's fantastic. All right. NAS 100 is flying back right down again on the 15th. Boom, boom. There's the NAS. NAS is doing okay. On the 15. Ooh, look at that. There she goes. M5, there she goes. Why is the NAS falling? One of the tech shares giving hassles. Interesting that the NAS is falling, eh? Okay. Cool. Who of you guys are trading the NAS at the moment? Yeah, I just got informed that my stop loss got taken out on the other one. Okay, that's cool. That's all right. I think there's another account as well. Okay. So NAS looks pretty hectic. Let's see what it looks like on the hour. See, if I look at the NAS, particularly on the hour, doesn't look too bad, but there is a lot of money way down here. 20,700. But there is a nice top here. The H4. Just have a look at the 15-minute chart here. Look on the 15-minute chart, this is broken to the long side. It's just coming back to retest. Now, if you guys know how to do that, trend line, down, use a trend. I'll make a video for you guys on trend lines. You draw a trend line down, it's broken through the trend line, it's come back to retest. On a retest, it's either going to break back through it or it's going to go up. And that's on the 15-minute. Just, okay. You can see it's broken. I think you probably find on the H4 as well. Yeah, well, you can't really draw it in there. But on the H4, it's still bullish. It's still very bullish. I think it'll be okay. I think the NAS will stay long, particularly as the US 500 is probably also going to stay long. It's above that level, so I don't see too big a problem there. And I'm looking for a new trade on the Brent. Where am I going to find my new trade on the Brent? Geez, I've got so many lines in here now. Let's take them out. Okay, my new trade on the Brent. I'm just going to shift that a little bit over, which is fine. It's right there. That's cool. This needs to come up, break that, and go. Okay, there could be a level there. All right, it's fine. Let it break through here, and then we can go back into Brent. US dollar, Japanese yen, it's going back up. Aha, going back up again, and this one's also going up again. Okay. Cool. You must be quite, trading the NAS 100 is quite tricky on its own. So if you're trading the NAS 100 and you're getting used to it, it's probably pretty good for your trading. Pretty good for your trading knowledge. It's going to help you a lot. It's great. But I myself prefer to trade everything. I just trade what there is. And if there's lots of it on the go, if there's orange peels to trade, I'll trade it. That's fine. I'm quite happy with that. Gold looks short still. US dollar jump. There isn't really anything that you can jump into here. Nothing's shouting at me and saying, buy me. And obviously I've been traded out of the Swiss franc. Nothing's jumping out at me right now. So let's just wait a wee bit. Welcome back, Elaine. Good to have you back on board there. That's fantastic. Don't worry, we haven't had the draw yet, and we'll do that in a bit. Okay. And I think everybody that's on this show will be in that, which will be fantastic. That'll be great. Because you guys deserve a win. Okay, you know, some people do like trading one or two instruments and getting to know them. It's a big contention in the market as to whether you should only have one or two instruments or many. The reason I have many is because I got more choice, obviously, and I don't like to force trades. So if I was only trading the CHF JPY, for example, I'd have to really wait for it to get to a certain level before I can trade it again. If you're trading on the 5-minute charts like you are, Shane, then I think you can trade one or two instruments. I think that's where the difference comes in at the end of the day. If you're trading only one instrument or two instruments or three instruments, if you're doing it on very short time frames, it's probably easier and less complicated to follow, and you get used to the flow of the product of the instrument, how it's flowing, that sort of thing. So on a faster time frame, on a 5-minute or something like that, yeah, it's not a bad idea. But when you're trading or position trading on a slower time frame, then I would rather use a larger amount of instruments that are available to me so that I can find trades that are available in the market, because there's always a trade in the market on one of the instruments, but if you're only on one or two instruments, there isn't always a trade on the market. But if you're on the 5-minute, you're probably going to find trades left, right, and center, because if you're trading on a 5-minute chart, and let's take this one for example, you're going to get a lot of trades happening here all the time. So you only need to trade on one instrument or two instruments, because it's moving up, moving down, moving up, moving down. And you just got to pick those trades up as they go. You know what? This is insane. Even with this thing flying like it has, it still hasn't hit the level that I got taken out on stop loss. It still hasn't hit that level. But anyway, yeah, let's get over that. It's still got a gap here. Look at that. But yeah, if you go onto the 5-minute charts, you can clearly see there's a lot of trading to be done. So the discussion around whether you should trade with one or two instruments or whether you should trade with many is very much reliant on the kind of trading you're doing. I mean, if you're position trading, then you want to have more instruments to trade on. That's for sure. It's a bit like when you're investing. You know, I'm in the habit of, in any one stock exchange, in any one exchange, I'd have maybe a maximum of 10 shares invested, because then I can see what's going on. I can control it. I don't want to have a mishmash of 60 shares on one exchange. So I'll have 10 on the JSE. I'll have 10 on the American market, Wall Street, Dow Jones, whatever. Maybe I'll have 10 on the Tech 100. I'll have 10 on the UK. You know, just it's but then I've already got too many. So then we'll try and reduce that to 5, you know, on each one. You don't want to overstress your system or yourself and make yourself too thin. But you know, that said, if you're investing, the more you can thin yourself out, actually the better, because if one goes pear-shaped, it doesn't even affect the portfolio. That's the nice thing about trading with more instruments, is if one goes pear-shaped. Shane, you spoke about it earlier, where you're hedging one against the other. In many cases with position trading, you can be doing that. You can be hedging one against the other quite easily. Very easily, in fact, if you want to. The account size can affect what you trade on. Obviously. I mean, if you don't have a giant account size, it doesn't help playing with investments. It doesn't help playing on 1 day or 4-hour charts. It's better than you want to trade on 5 minutes, but then you can lose it, the small account, very quickly. You know what fast trading does? It gives you the ability to build your account quickly. It also gives you the ability to lose the account quickly. So it works both ways. Totally, yeah. It's, like I say, totally up to the individual and how you feel about it. Right, so let me just draw this in here, trend line. I just want to see what this is doing, because it does look like it's kind of hit a point. I said, well, I've had enough here. I think I'll go back. That obviously we already got out of that long ago, so we can delete that. That is quite interesting, that little thing there. Okay. If we take that down to Shane's 5 minute, you can see there you go, just coming down. Take the money here. But it's gone bullish on the 5 minutes, which is interesting. The 5 minutes, this thing's turned bullish. Interesting. Goes on the H4, it's still a bearish trade. But it would have to break through this for it to go up. Okay. Where's Brent crude oil? Still, I want it to break through to the upside. Okay. Yeah, that's true, Daniel. A 10K versus a 200K account is a huge difference. The numbers will definitely mess with your head in a rather big way. If you're not used to it, it'll mess you around quite a bit. Hope I didn't just buy something there, because I just clicked over there. No, I didn't. Okay, wouldn't matter anyway. Let's just have a look at it. You know what? On the fib, look where it is on the fib, Shane. It's actually quite interesting. Right there. It actually wants to turn around here. Quite an interesting fib. So we'll give it its dues. Give it its dues. You know what? I'll walk away. It happened. I'll walk away. You know, that's the thing with psychology. Sometimes you just have to switch yourself off and walk away from things. And let it go, because it's almost a bit like if you trade back in here, it's not like you're revenge trading the trade. Now you're revenge trading the broker, and you're kind of getting back into the trade, but you shouldn't, because it's not ready. And no, sometimes it's better just to leave it, let it go. Hey. Okay, so that's what we'll do. So I think what we need to do is we need to have the draw. We do need to have the draw. So I don't know who's included in the draw, who wants to be here for the draw, or who wants to win this account. But somebody's going to win it. What's the time? Yeah, it's just after 3. I think we can hold the draw. And I think everyone should have a wee bit of good luck here. No, we need to murder the broker. Yeah, Daniel, I don't know. Sometimes I get concerned when things like that happen, because I don't know what's going on in the background. And I don't like to accuse anybody of anything. I really don't. You know, it's not right. But yeah, you sometimes just go, wait a minute, you know, something very fishy about that lot. Okay, so let's go to the draw. Let's have a bit of fun. Let somebody get a Fund Your FX account, which is not that one, by the way. And you guys, whoever wins it, can have a bit of fun. So remember, guys, we did say that we're going to use... I'll show you now. We're going to go over here. All right. And we're going to go... I hope you guys are on the right one now. You're on the news, that's fine. So then I can find you. So we did say that we're going to use this video. The universe is pushing me to reveal a major shift in trading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click play on that video. Oh, look at that ugly mug there, eh? Okay. And I'm going to take that. Boom. And we're going to put it in here. So when I press fetch, it's going to go and fetch me a winner. Now, what I did do before the show is I deleted the bot comments. So we shouldn't have any bot comments on there. I removed the bot comments. This prize is kindly donated by Fund Your FX. Fund Your FX is same as all the other prop firms. They offer you instant accounts, normal accounts. I see they do offer MetaTrader 5 to Match Trader, but I don't want to mess with my MetaTrader account. It has my cash account on it, and I don't want it connected to any of these, so I haven't done that. But yeah, if you want to do that, you can. So if you guys are ready, we're gonna pick a winner. Daniel says he's a bot. I hope not, Daniel. I've been speaking to you for the last, I don't know, year. They might put me away for speaking to bots. Okay, right. Let's have a look, guys. Let's have a win, and let's see who's going to win this. This should be fun. I think this is excellent. I'm going to pick your winner now. You guys all know the rules. They're in the description below, and Daniel's got his cup out and he's ready. I hope you've all liked. Okay, and let's go. Let's see who wins this today. Fetch me a winner. Anything goes. Include replies. Continue. Bum, 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 bum. Pick a winner. David. David, you won. Where are you? I know you're here. You must be here. Okay, that's fantastic news. David. Come on, David. I know you're here. You must be here. Come on. You're always here. But anyway, don't worry. David won. He's one of the A team, so definitely great. And I'm really glad for David. There we go. So there we go. Congrats, David. Yeah, well, we'll get hold of him, and we'll definitely give him his prize. There'll be another one next week. That's fine. David, there you go. I knew you were here. Congrats, dude. Well done. There's your prize. What will happen is you must email me at New Markets. Let me get this right. New Market SX at gmail.com. Okay. There's a few things we're going to need from you. Let me try and get what we're going to need for you. Just don't go anywhere, David. I'm going to give that to you now on the show here. Then it'll make it easier for you so we don't have to go back and forth. Pretty sure that I had it all. I'll have it sorted for you just a sec. Give me a sec. There you go. There's the rules. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to need from you, boom, boom, on the email. Okay, let me give this to you. So this is what we need from you on the email. Please don't send it publicly. Okay, there you go. All right. That's what we're going to need. Thanks, David. Well done. Good stuff. Right. Let's go back to the charts. And thank you, Fund Your FX. I'll contact Corey and he'll get hold of you with all the details. No, wait, gold. Let's get back to this. Right, let's get back on this. Properties, there we go. Yeah, here we are. Let's go and have a look at gold. We are not long on gold. No, we're not long on gold. No, definitely not. But not yet anyway. For gold is still short, because gold broke through this level and it's below this trend resistance, and going into gold right now, even on the 5-minute, it's tricky. You see here, it's hitting a level, it's going to come back down. There's a double top shown. It's going to go short. It's probably, if it breaks through here, it's going to go long, but it might just break down and go short here. Gold looks a bit more short than long. So, I do wonder why the Rand is doing well. I do question that. I really do. Because I don't know. I think the government is getting murd somewhere or another. But I do question why it's doing well, because I can't see any good reason for it, unless it's got something to do with the fact that Ramaphosa said he's meeting with Trump, okay, to discuss this whole refugee thing and story in the country and what have you, and try and make things right, which is okay. I get it, but I still don't get why the Rand would do so well based on that. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me at all, because we're still getting bliksemed. We still don't have money. The country is still struggling. And I don't think America's going to give us any more money anytime soon. So that is questionable as to why the Rand is doing so well. It boggles the mind, because it really shouldn't be. But then, by the same token, I do believe that the Rand should be at 10-1, not at 18-1. And that in all fairness, if you use the McDonald's formula, the price of a Big Mac around the world is how you do it. And the price of a Big Mac is effectively $9.80 or something. And the price of a Big Mac in South Africa is about 98 Rand or 90 Rand or something. That should be 10-1. But it's 18-1, and that would make a Big Mac $100 or $16 or $17, which I don't think it is. I might be lying to you on the exact price, but it's pretty close, and it's over the last period. Yeah, so a lot of it doesn't make sense. A bit like, for example, the price of a fish and chips in the UK as well. The Rand is nearly 25-1 on a pound. And in the UK, you can buy fish and chips for £8, which would make fish and chips 80 or 90 Rand, which it is in South Africa. If I go to a restaurant, I can buy a really decent fish and chips for 89 Rand. If I go to some restaurants, it's 180, but I mean, that's just insane. But if I go to a takeaway or a normal restaurant or whatever the case, I'm going to pay 89 Rand for fish and chips, which is around £8. But in reality, it's £4 or £3 something for you guys. Now, I know there are places that will sell fish and chips for that, but I'm just using that as an example as well. So the Rand is way way out on its value. It's not in the right place. That could also be a correction factor. That could also be a factor in why it's strengthening. But, you know, at the end of the day, there's no reason for it to be strengthening other than that. As far as the politics go, as far as the economy goes, and as far as the country's going, if I look at all the potholes up north, then, yeah, and as far as it's broke, I don't see any good reason for it to be doing, for the rand to be strengthening or doing well. Yeah, okay, 10 quid, you know, that would still make my fish and chips 100 rand, which is about right. Okay, because I mean, I'm basing it on certain restaurants and places and wherever you are. For example, I can go to one restaurant down the road on the right here, lovely little place, which they charge me 90 rand. And then if I go down that side to one of my favorite hangouts on the beach, it costs me 180 rand. Double the price. Can you imagine? I mean, also a pint of Guinness there will cost me 65 rand, and a pint of Guinness on that side costs me 50 rand. It's much of a muchness, you know. I pay it because I can, but there are those that wouldn't. You know, they wouldn't go there because it's ridiculously priced in our eyes. I just say that 10 quid, 100 rand, that's what it should be, 10 to 1. But it's 25 to 1, 23 to 1 at any one time. So the pricing or the exchange rate is way out. For example, Kevin, if you come on holiday here, man, it's going to be cheap for you. You're going to get double your money. If I go on holiday there on your side, I'm going to be expensive. I've got to divide my money by 2 and then pay some. So, yeah. And there you go. You see, Kevin, you're getting yours out of town for £8.50, which is fair. That's about the right price. And like I said to you now, down there it's going to cost me 89 rand, and on that side it's going to cost me 180 rand. But the exchange rate is wrong. It definitely isn't on a fair side. Yeah, totally. Guinness is very important. I do like my Guinness, even though I live in South Africa. That said, I also enjoy a good Zamalek, as we call it, black label beer. Very good. I like a lot of the what do you call it? Oh, I've lost the name for it. People who make their own beer, man. Jeez, these breweries and whatnot. I enjoy those as well, and a bit of the wine because I live in Cape Town. It's good, but I don't drink a lot. Very seldom drink. Okay. So here we go. US dollar, Japanese yen is now finally starting to go short. And this one is actually breaking to the upside. That's quite interesting. This US dollar, Japanese yen does look like it wants to fall. That would be interesting. Okay. That is interesting. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. That is very, very cool. I'm going to send a message to... Why is this gone blank? That is a bit odd. That is very, very odd. There's the random comment picker. That would be strange for it to do that. There you go, that's back. Then I want to send a message to the guy who's going to see if I can get hold of him. Going to send David his account. I wonder, this has gone blank again. A bit odd. You're doing that. See what it's doing on your side. That is very, very, very strange. Gremlins in the system is the thing. There's definitely a lot of gremlins in my system today, and it's driving me quite insane, to be honest with you. I don't think I've ever experienced so many gremlins in one shot. Okay, there it's back. Okay, that's great. Boom, boom. Type this guy a message. All right. Sorry about this, guys. Right. Yeah, there we go. What's wrong? Okay, there we go. Right, so I'll see. Makes contact with me soon, and then we shall get back on the bus. Yeah. Okay. Don't forget to send me the message, David. And sorry about the blank out, guys. It's like there's gremlins in the system today. Giant gremlins, monster gremlins hanging about, doing their thing. Wow. Driving me crazy. But as long as we got to see the draw, that counts. That makes quite a big difference. That helps a lot. We try and get back over to here. US 500, US 100, Tech 100. Boom, there we go. And we can just see what's going to happen on the 5-minute chart. Allegedly, Coinbase hacked $20 million ransom. Coinbase offered $20 million reward to help find perpetrators. Gosh, that's insane. So, you know what, Daniel? Looks like the NAS wants to come down and pick up this money down here at 21,170. There seems to be a level down here, a demand level. Wonder if it'll hold, but there is a nice trend on this 5-minute going up. But on the H4, it's pretty bullish and it looks strong, so it looks good. So I'd hold on to that. Not much else. There's not much else. There's not much else going on. Oh, well, at least the CHF JPY gave us a profit and Brent gave us a profit, didn't take a loss, but really annoying when it gets taken out at the wrong price. Thanks, David. I'll grab them now and forward them on to the chap. Yes, Daniel, it will come down and pick up more than 170, then head for the moon. Kevin, what are you picking up at 170? Oh, that's gold. That's scary. There's 100 awaits open. Okay, let's yeah, thanks, David. I'll send your information through. Corey will make contact with you from Funjo FX, and he'll give you your account. It normally takes about 24 hours for him to do that. And he lives in a different time zone to me, so it might take a few hours for him to get the message. But anyway. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. That should do the trick. Okay, I got your message. all I got to do that. Okay, I'm just going to send it through to the dude, and he will sort you out. Should get hold of you and send a certificate and the whole 9 yards. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Send that through to him on the Telegram channel, and he'll get it. Right, maybe I should actually open up a Telegram channel with a group on it. It's better than the Discord, because the Discord's actually quite rubbish, don't you think? And maybe we can use that. I'll see. That looks I've opened one up and it's quite lekker. I'll see if we're going to use it or not. Okay. There you go, David. Glad that you're getting that. And hopefully you can have some fun with it, and it'll give you insight into trading. I know that real cash that you put in a brokerage account is the most difficult condition. But the nice thing about a funded account is it gives you that little bit more responsibility when you're trading than a demo account. It gives you that feeling of responsibility, and then if you do well with it, you get paid. You get money from it, and that gives you, even because it's an account now that you want to hold on to, and that gives you even more responsibility. So it teaches you to trade with proper fundamentals, thinking about what you're doing and not just willy-nilly following some course. So yeah, it's definitely a big win. It's good for you. It'll be lekker. Okay, so here we go. CHF JPY. I wonder if we should take this US dollar JPY. Let's just see what we've got here. Let's zoom in on US dollar JPY and see what we got. It has broken through that level, and it is breaking through this money, but it's really trying to hold on to that money. Really try. Look at the tails. It's really trying to hold on to that money big time. Let's drop it down to the 5-minute time frame. See here. Look at this. It's sitting in this level, really holding on to this level. Large tails. But look at the big red candles down here. Big green ones back up though as well. An interesting chart, even on the 5-minute, because it's come all the way down, hit this level, try to get back up, fallen down again. I expected it would have collapsed by now, but it has not. Let's have a look on the weekly chart. On the weekly, let me just take this out of here. See better. Yeah. You see on the weekly, it tried to go back up, but a whole load of sellers came back in there. Look at that. That looks like a big short to me. See, if that hammer closes there this week, then next week we're looking at a big range down, all the way down. It's definitely going to go down. I just want to take this and draw it over there, because that's where the support is now. Wow. That's a huge head and shoulders on the weekly. What's coming to us? What's heading towards us? Because this is US dollar, Japanese yen. I don't think Japan's going to fall off the bus. More likely the US dollar here is going to get strong. So look at this. Head, shoulder, shoulder. Interesting. This could go really far down. This could be a biggie. Maybe we should start looking at a short on the US dollar, Japanese yen. Let me go back to the day. Yep. And let's go back to the 4-hour. I've got a feeling this is going to go. I'm going to take this from the bottom. And I hope you guys are still on. Yeah, there you are. Jap 225. What I'm looking at, hi Sir Launcelot, for what I'm looking at the moment is the US dollar Japanese yen for a short. That's what I'm looking at for the moment, and I'm seriously considering taking a short for us right now, even though there's a little green little thing there. I'm seriously thinking short, because even on the weekly, it looks short. I'm going to put a short in here for us at this level. I think it's going to be okay, and I'm actually not even concerned about it going up at the moment. Stop loss, let's say 147 to be on the safe side. 147, give it some room. Yeah, it's fine. 200 bucks. I'm not too worried about that. Take profit down here. I'd say 142.5. Take profit 142.5 on a sell. I'm not even worried about it trying to go back up. We're going to take a sell, and that's that. Selling the US dollar Japanese yen. That's it. End of story. That trade is in. Okay, so US dollar Japanese yen sell down to that level. Okay, there we go, guys. And then if you want to look, we can go and look at, what did you say? The Nikkei. Let's have a look at it. Where is the Nikkei? Oh, there you go. Jap 225. Jap 225. Let's just have a look. Yep. You got to sell here. Yep. You can sell it. But just watch out for this, okay? There is this little level here, which I want you to be aware of if you sell this, and that is that. There's a demand there. It has to break through that as well. It's in that money. And yeah, I would say a sell down to this 36.5, maybe even further down. I think it's going to be quite a sell. So Jap 225 is also pretty much a sell, but I've gone for the sell on the US dollar Japanese yen. For us, I think that'll be a great sell. Okay, so that's the sell, US dollar Japanese yen. Perfect. Really should take that on the other one as well. Yeah. Not to worry. Let's just leave it on this one and see how she goes. Okay, so that's it. US dollar Japanese yen. That's your trade. I'm gonna keep that one in as long as possible because that on the weekly looks like a great trade. So what we've done now is we've traded our CHF JPY, which we were so cruelly traded out of, and we've put it into the US dollar Japanese yen short. Perfect. There we go. That should do well. Sit on your hands. So yeah, Sir Lancelot, Jap 225, you can go short. I would go short. It looks great. Looks like a fine short. So don't forget, next week we'll have another draw. So don't forget to comment on the videos, guys. You know, it helps. And then you can be in the draw. What I'll do is just before the competition is or the giveaway, I just delete all those bot comments that are on there. It's so annoying. Okay, so you're in, there you go. That's great. Obviously, I've taken the US dollar Japanese yen for this account, which is great. Happy with that. That looks like a decent one. And looks like we'll probably already be in profit there. Okay, there you go. Make some money, man. Make some money. All right, so we swapped that trade for that trade. Great. Still waiting for a long on Brent. That'll be nice. Get a nice long trade on Brent, man. That'll be good. That'll be excellent. Something worth our while. So it's Thursday already, guys. Can you believe it? Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. We're off into another weekend. I can't believe this year is flying by so fast. You know, I firmly believe the older you get, the faster time goes. Feels that way. I'm pretty sure when I was a kid, a year used to take 100 years. And now that I'm older, a year takes 15 minutes or something like that. These time frames are messing with my head. Yeah, no, can you imagine? Okay, just remember, guys, nothing I say here does constitute financial advice. It's all entertainment, it's all fun, it's all what I do. And if you guys want to follow what I do, you're more than welcome to join me on this crazy journey that I've been on for so many years. I think gold does need a bit of a retest there. Let's just see. See, look here. What I'm worried about here on gold is you got this move on this mountain on the top here, and then it's broken through this demand level, quite cleanly broken through. And you've got this trend resistance down here. I'm definitely going to make a video on trend lines. You've got this trend resistance coming down here, and it's breaking to hit it, and it wants to come back off it, which it might do, because this is what it does. Let me just draw that in yellow. I get a pen. So it comes off, goes back, gets there, comes off, goes back, gets there, comes off, goes back. Its next route is either down or it's up, whichever way. So now you just got to wait, sit on your hands, as Kevin puts it, and wait and see what that candle does. This is not the time to preempt a trade like this. Trade like this does look short to me. It does look bearish, and it looks like it wants to come all the way down to these bottom levels and just below the 3,000. But gold's fooled me before. And I just want to wait and see if it's going to break to the upside or break to the downside. If it breaks to the upside, I'm not entirely happy because this is in the way, because it might be retesting. But if it breaks to the downside, I'm actually more happy because I think it'll keep on going down then. Gold is on a monthly trend line. Why am I wrong? Gold is on the monthly, it's a lamp pole formation, and it could fall over quite badly. Let's just have a look on the weekly, what it's looking like. And on the weekly, see that long spike up there? That's all the sellers getting back in. You see, it could come down here and take this money. On the weekly, there's a demand level down here at 3,000. I think the 3,000 level is calling it. It's calling it. See down here, 3,000 level on the daily. It's calling it. It's calling it big time. Shall I draw it in, guys? Let me draw it in for you. I'm going to draw the 3,000 level in for you on the daily, just so you can see it. That's a demand of money that it's waiting for at that level. And if we take it back to the 4 hour, can we actually see it? There's the level there. Right down here at the 3,000. So this level now becomes quite important, this 3,000 level. I got a sneaking feeling that it's going to bounce off this trend resistance and fall down to the 3,000. But I've been wrong before. So let's see what gold does. Okay, I don't say change your trade so lunch a lot, but I'm just looking at gold and getting that sneaking feeling. And like I say, I can't predict the future. I don't have that predictive capability. I can only look at the chart. And I can tell you that if it breaks to the upside, you're in the pound seats and it's going up. What made you take this long trade? I'm not sure, unless it was this money here in the middle. But yeah, if it breaks up and it carries on up, it's going. But at the moment, the structure is still short. So I can only trade what I see, and the structure is still short. I wouldn't take the long just yet. You're right up against it. If you are already long, then you're probably waiting for it to break up and go. I would say that I just got a sneaking feeling it's going to drop off, especially if the US 500 somehow strengthens and goes long. That's going to be quite an interesting one. Yes, Kevin, there are all 50-50 trades. You're so right in so many ways. It's a 50-50 trade for sure. Absolutely. But you still want to have the high probability on any given trade. And that's what we look for. We're looking for that high probability trade. It helps us. It helps us psychologically when we're trading to know that we've got the edge, or we feel like we've got the edge. You know, if you take a trade based on random selection, then like heads or tails, you can only go two ways. You can only buy or sell. So you flip a coin, there's heads or tails. Tails I go long, heads I go short. Boof, lands on tails. I'm going short. You're still going to look at the chart and think, is that going short or is it going long? You're still going to look at the chart and think that. And if it's not correct in your thinking, you probably want to flip the coin again until it goes in what you think it wants to do anyway. But if you do take the trade 50-50, you've got the same odds as if you took it with a system that you think is in your favor. So it doesn't really matter as long as you have the strategy. But it makes you feel better when you feel like it's in your favor. So for example, we took this trade on the US dollar, Japanese yen, because it feels like it's in our favor, because it feels like it's breaking to the downside, because there's a gap to be filled, because there's so many reasons why we feel like it. We look on the weekly chart, it looks bearish. We feel like it's going to go that way. And we put lines in place to give us that confirmation. And psychologically, we feel that the probability is going to go in our favor. So we take the trade based on that high probability that it's going to go in our favor. And that puts your mind at rest psychologically, because I think trying to take trades by throwing a dart at a picture on the wall, or by random selection or tossing a coin or whatever, I just don't think that most human beings would be able to do that confidently and feel good about it, even having a strategy in place. I think most human beings need a system to give you the peace of mind that it's a high probability in your favor, rather than just a 50-50 trade. That's what it's about. Narratives are important. Yeah, we have a nice group here. It's good company, and what we can be a lonely place trading. Also got to go clean the dust on my solar panel. Load shedding. I think the load shedding's in today, Daniel. I don't know. Do you live in Cape Town, Daniel? I'm not sure. But yeah, we had load shedding on Tuesday and Wednesday. And it nailed right between 8 and 10 o'clock in the evening when you want to sit and relax. But I'm fine. I've got my power backups and what have you in place now. But yeah, go and dust off those solar panels. But I don't think there's any load shedding today. I think it's suspended for now. They got it back on the go. Yeah, I think I'm going to close it down now anyway, because we all got to go and we've all got things to do. And I do try and keep the show going as long as possible for us, so we can all talk a bit of Zero ESCOM crap. That's all. We can all talk a bit and get less lonely and get together. But I'm actually considering starting a group on Telegram or something for us, where we can post our trades and stuff and chat as well. And then I'll see how that goes. But yeah, okay. Let's call it a day for now. And well done to David. Well done. That's fantastic. Pleased to see that one of the A team has got themselves an account, and that's what I like. David, we have load shedding from 6 to 8. Where are you, David? I've got load shedding suspended on. Let me just check my phone. Yeah. Guess I haven't looked for an hour or two. Hey, probably changed everything on us and whatnot. Let's just see. I've got that little app that tells us, and it says no load shedding for me. So, okay, ESCOM isn't paying its bills, and we are left with high electricity rates. Blah blah blah. Yeah, that is a problem, eh? And then then people wonder why the rand is getting stronger. It shouldn't be. We aren't even paying our bills. Jane says Zoom conference. Thanks, Robin, fellow traders. Have a nice one, guys. Thanks, guys. And oh, David, you're in Joburg. Okay, that's cool. I'm in the Cape. Right. Okay, so let's call it. And yeah, the one thing I have to look at with a Zoom meeting, Shane, is I noticed it only gives me an hour unless I subscribe to it or something. I must have a look at that and the whole scenario. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay, I'm going to be on my way. I'm going to sort of head on the road and do my thing. David, you'll get your account. Corey will contact you when he wakes up, wherever he is. And he'll give you a shout, and then he'll make the arrangements with you to get the account. And he'll send me a little certificate that you've got it and all that. So hopefully he'll do that soon. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. It's been a fun day again. I love and enjoy being here. I kind of look forward to these sessions. It makes me feel a lot better, and I enjoy it. You must remember that when I'm showing you guys trading, even though I've been trading for more than 33 years or whatever, it keeps my mind active. It keeps me going, and it helps me in my trading as well, because I'm not just sitting looking at charts. I'm actually talking about it, and the more you talk about things, the more information comes out of it. So it's also advantageous to me at the end of the day, and it helps me as much as it helps you in the long run. So, and it makes it less lonely for me as well, and I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget, as I always say, keep your feet on the ground and reach for the sky. I'll talk to you guys